combinatie. Dus anders dan wanneer er bij een balk 4 strafpunten worden verrekend, worden er nu 3 strafseconden toegeteld. We hebben zo meteen 20 combinaties aan de start van deze wedstrijd. En voorop de Nederlandse succesvolle Amazone Lieselot Koremans. Even kijken naar de Belgen op de startlijst van deze wedstrijd. Het zijn er 2. Dat is Elise Thirion. Die komt zo meteen als 8e in de ring met Dancefloor du Corois. Maar we hebben ook nog Robin Vermeer die als 17e zal starten met Atomic du Paris. Totaal dus van 20 combinaties. Nederland, Groot-Brittannië, Zweden, Frankrijk, Ierland, Denemarken is vertegenwoordigd. Zelfs Monaco, Duitsland. Dat zijn zowat de landen die de dienst gaan uitmaken in deze Cavalor FEI Jumping Ponies Trophy. An international jumping class based on competition on the speed and handiness at 1 meter 30. 3 seconds per knocked down fence. And a retirement, or rather a refusal, penalizes itself by the lost time, and 2 refusals results in the elimination. In geval van een ongehoorzaamheid, een weigering, dan bestraft die weigering zichzelf door de verloren tijd. Maar in het geval van een tweede ongehoorzaamheid, dan volgt wel de uitsluiting. Langzaam maar zeker kruipen we richting 5 voor 11. Officiële start van deze Cavalor FEI Jumping Ponies Trophy hier op de Christmas Arena van Jumping Mechelen. Op de New Year's Arena is het vrijspringen voor jonge paarden bezig. En wij maken ons klaar voor de eerste combinatie van de Cavalor FEI Jumping Ponies Trophy.
Well, good morning, everybody. I hope you've had a wonderful Christmas. And now, of course, it's still very festive, very sort of nice to be here and looking forward to a beautiful run into the new year. We're here in the Christmas Arena. We're live with you in Mechelen. Welcome to FEI TV. And, of course, welcome to the FEI Ponies Trophy, having started back in what was, let me think about it, 2017. It's become a absolute integral part of the annual calendar, especially here in Mechelen, where we always have the final. And this year we've seen rounds taking place in Herning, in Lyon and in Stuttgart. And it's given us 20 partnerships to come forward into this final, which has run over 3 separate days, 3 separate competitions, all building up towards that final result of being the overall pony champion. And a whole host of young stars have qualified this year, whether they be from France, Belgium, Great Britain, Denmark, Sweden. We've got Ireland in there as well as Monaco. But it is the Dutch to which we look at the start, and perhaps one of the combinations of, well, not only this year, last year, and this is a pony that has been an absolute superstar throughout its career, now 21 years young. It is Ilando van der Rosshover and Lieselot Koremans, the young Dutch star that is going to get things underway with this beautiful gelding, who has already shown the way to winning a number of classes as well, of course, as taking an individual silver last year at the Pony Europeans. And well, this Silot stepped into the juniors this year and she won the individual gold. She's quite some talent. And now giving us a little clue. So this is a table C. Now, it's not built quite like your normal table C, although they'll ride it like that. And getting a very good inside turn here. Looking back, it's more of a table A course, but that's done deliberately. The table C is just in case you have an unlucky pole. It's sort of deemed a fair way to start things off for the younger jockeys on this first day, but these two are looking to put it out of reach of everybody on the opening round if they can. She's just having to be a little bit sensible, coming back down towards 10. Now she's coming on the little angle till 11, and then you roll back round the corner to the final fences. It's the double to finish things off, and that was a very, very impressive performance there indeed. Ilando van der Rosshover and Lieselot Koremans showing the way without any question. They had the wins in Stuttgart in the qualifiers this year, which of course was the previous round of jumping, and they will be one of the favourites coming in to today. But there's a lot of talent up and down the field. They should also won in Herning. So let's see what happens as the next few days unfold. But let's see how this class unfolds first and foremost. First of the British challengers sits with Emily Gulliver. Emily, who last week was it earlier this week? I've lost track now. Jumping in London. And today she's got a 9-year-old pony, a lucky choice. Emily is only 15. She actually finished third in the under-25 final in London, showing a immense amount of talent and maturity. But that's what we've seen throughout. She, of course, was a teen gold medalist in the Children's Europeans last year in Peelberg. Also got a bronze medal as well. Now the pony she's riding, Lucky Choice. This 9-year-old mare of Ben Gulliver's. To give her jumping in Herning. Well, they finished in the top 10. Now the time difference at the top, of course, is running down against that leading time. They try to beat 57.23, but also just trying to put together a neat and tidy clear. Maybe a couple of seconds away, but adding nothing in terms of penalties. If you have a fence down, it is 3 seconds to add in this Jumping Ponies trophy, the first of the 3 classes here in Mechelen. Massive schedule here in Mechelen, of course. Lots to enjoy. 5-star jumping. We've got driving. We've got dressage. World Cup jumping is all part of it. It's a huge week of sport we can all enjoy over the next 4 days, running all the way through to 2026. Viggo Besterand is the next to come forth, the young jockey from Sweden who is now 15 years of age, and another that has spent a couple of years riding on pony teams for Sweden, both in Belgium last year and again the Pony Europeans in France this year. Today he's riding Gabra Legend, this stallion, the Irish sports pony by Maurice Clover. Unfortunately, the first to have had a fence down, so those 3 will convert into time penalties. Got a nice little flow going to this round. Well, the time was good. It was a little bit faster. In fact, by 0.04 of a second, it would have been faster than Emily Gulliver. But when you add the 3 seconds, sadly, from Viggo's point of view, it drops back onto a time of 65.05. To say this year we are blessed with a absolutely phenomenal lineup of pony riders, and the horsepower or pony power as well is second to none. This Ponies Trophy certainly has brought the very best together. The next to go is France. First combination for France, and a young jockey that has ridden on the past 3 Pony European teams for France. Still just 15 years of age, and this is Brune Favier riding Erim Desprez, 11-year-old mare by Diarado. So ride at the Pony Europeans this year. It's ridden in all 3 pony trophies rounds as well this season. Nice stride on the turn back. Fully focused, coming down past the in-gate. Not going to be that far away. Certainly not quite quick enough to catch the leader, but could certainly jump into second place there for Brune Verviers as France move up as the second best behind Lieselot Koremans for the Netherlands. So 57.23 leads, 61.14 goes into second. Very impressive round, and more to come from France in due course, with 4 French riders here in total. And keeping their focus, it's now the turn of Ireland. Charlie Flynn, 14 years of age and part of their championship team this year. He himself individual bronze medalist and team silver. Shown to be another of the great young Irish talents. He was individually 4 for the Children's Europeans last year, 2024. Now, this is his championship medal-winning pony, HK Zena, the 11-year-old mare. Finished second in the Grand Prix in Stuttgart. Putting together a really solid challenge here, coming back if he gets a good stride. Well, he's putting 57.23 under threat here. The young man from Ireland with HK Zena is certainly going to get himself close. Can he get himself quicker? Oh, he can indeed. A superb performance from the Irish jockey. Charlie Flynn leads here in the first leg of the final for this FEI Ponies Trophy of Mechelen. Superb. Really smooth round of jumping as well from the pair of them. 55.62. About 6 seconds, or sorry, 6 seconds, 6/10 of a second faster than Lieselot Koremans. 5 have gone. Ireland lead. Next to go, it is Denmark. Selma Drisler riding Lady Crown. New time to beat, 55.62. Again, has been a team rider over the last few years, both at Children's and Ponies. Also at the Nordic Championships, where she won the title back in 2024. But this pony that she's riding here today, Lady Crown, is a 9-year-old mare by Crown Z. Had the 3rd place finish in Herning. Going to be too far away. Could well jump up into 3rd place here with that round. Well done, Denmark. And Selma with a, again, clear round of jumping. 59.03 on the clock. And Lady Crown goes into 3rd place. Ireland, Netherlands and Denmark, the 1, 2, 3. Charlie Flynn, Lieselot Koremans and Selma Drisler. A long way still to go in this class, but Charlie Flynn has certainly laid a marker down. Now the turn of Sweden and Lily Milström, riding the beautifully named Sparkling Lackmore Joey, who, as you can probably guess, is a Irish pony. Lily, 15 years of age, was her ride at the Pony Europeans this year. This is also the pony that a few years ago the Irish jockey Cian Dorr took to an individual bronze and team gold back in 2023 at the Pony Europeans. Meanwhile, these two jumped in Lyon, had a top 5 finish in the Grand Prix. just sort of hung in the air a little bit there, but they ended up too close. 6 seconds to add as they come back to the final double. Time converts into 69.83 once you add in the seconds, otherwise it would have been 63.83. So not quite working at the moment for the two riders from Sweden. Back to the warm-up they go. And there's the pole, first of them going down. Well, this Ponies Trophy final has got two young stars from Belgium involved, and this is the first of them, Elise Tirant, 15 years of age, riding here with this 12-year-old pony, the gelding called Dance Floor de Corroy. It's been her championship ride over the last couple of years. Team bronze, of course, of the Pony Europeans in France this year. Bell just sounding. Top 5 finish in the FEI Ponies Trophy in Herning, the opening leg of the year. Already 3 seconds to add. Keeping it to the 3 seconds for the moment. Taking a much steadier approach. $65.45 with 3 to add is 68.45 for Elise Tirant and Dance Floor de Corroy. Charlie Flynn then still holding at the top. The young Irish jockey on 55 at 62 here in the first round of the Cavalier FEI Jumping Ponies Trophy. The final for 2025, the first day of what is 3 days of jumping for the ponies. It's all about consistency over 3 days that will ultimately crown the champion of the Ponies Trophy for 2025. Now back to the Dutch, as this is going to be the turn of Senna Beckers now. And did that go? It did go right at the start, unfortunately. And Senna, who's 14, is actually riding the youngest pony, the 8-year-old, in this class. This is Com Delicious Z, who she rode in Stuttgart by Comme Il Faut, this 8-year-old mare. Jumping through the final double to add 6 seconds to the clock, it'll become 69.96, and that is into 9th place for Senna Beckers there for the Netherlands. Still, this is Lot Kodemans from the Dutch side of things, setting up in 2nd place, and we'll have another for the Netherlands shortly. Again, taking it quite easy after they'd had the opening fence down. The seconds get added on, it pushes your time up. Now it's the next to go, and this is for France. Gabrielle Richard riding Dandy Royal, the 12-year-old mare. her European ride to help France to 4th place in that Pony Europeans earlier this year. Got very well in Stuttgart with that top 6 finish in the Pony Grand Prix, having had a top 10 finish in Herning. Keeping it clear so far and keeping it pretty forward. Not going to challenge the top 2 or 3, but we'll see where this clock eventually stops. Might just be quick enough to beat Brun, who's sitting in 4th, well, was sitting in 4th, because Gabrielle Richard has indeed pushed her teammate down one, and France now 4th and 5th, but it's Gabrielle who leads by 700ths of a second in 4th place, ahead of Brune Favier, who of course drops into 5th place. 61.07 was the time, but a second away from getting onto the podium. It is the Monegasque rider now, Sophie Aurelia Georges, one of the younger jockeys at just 13 in this competition. Berlioz de Hermen is the name of the pony. Young jockey who's, again, been on children's European teams for Monaco over the last few years. Though this lovely pony Basilio, little gelding, has been a real star. Took her to the win of the Pony Grand Prix in the qualifier in Lyon, having finished in the top 6 in both Herning and Stuttgart as well. One of the most consistent partnerships on their way to the final. Going to be far off, is she? Maybe she's a bit further back than I thought. She could still get herself into 4th place here, and she has indeed. 60.26 goes 4th. Sophia Aurelia Georges for Monaco with Berlioz de Henman. So it is sort of a constant rotation of those in 4th place down over the last few to go. But the top 3, for at least the moment, are not changing. Charlie Flynn leading from Lieselot Koremans, and Selma Harbour-Drissa holding on to 3rd place. It's Ireland and the Netherlands and Denmark. Still 9 to go, though. Here, it could yet change. It's back with the Netherlands, though, and Bethany Vos, who is riding Gumbo Mumbo. Bethany, who's been a solid part of teams over the years, and including winning a bronze back in Strasbourg in 2022. Gumbo Mumbo, one of the lovely ponies she's got in her stable, now 14. This stallion jumped in Stuttgart, also in Lyon and Herning. Oh, she's gone for the inside turn, but she's not quite got there. Oh, dear. Oh, that is a shame. Bad luck, Bethany. She looked for the turn. It is a really difficult turn to get. There's no faulting that. And unfortunately, just sliding out of the side door. The air jacket, of course, going off as well. And it's a long walk back from there, but she truly didn't deserve that. Done what she could to ride such a solid round up till that point. But it is exceptionally tough trying to turn in. Well, we move our attention to Great Britain, second of the British challengers here this week. Second of four, in fact, British riders. And this, of course, is Darcy Breen, the individual silver medal winner from the Pony European Championships this year. And that was with this magnificent pony called One Sahara, the 10-year-old of the breed equestrian team, who comes here after that third place in Stuttgart. Look to be chasing the time at this moment, just trying to put together a nice solid opening round. She's not going to be that slow, but hasn't chased the leader. But she has jumped clear, and that'll be a big confidence boost going into the next few days, and that is a big part of what they need to be able to do. Eighth it is, 63 seconds, just behind Emily Gulliver, the two Brits, and seventh and eighth, with two of them still to come. But a nice round there from the individual silver medalists at the Pony European Championships. So, nice replays there of One Sahara going down that final double. Next up is going to be Germany's one challenger here this week, Laura Hertz-Eckenrod. She's riding Casper. Another very, very experienced pony. Casper, now 20 years young. Jumped in Herning. Top 8 finish in Stuttgart, but I think they've just had the first part of the double. And that, of course, makes for 6 seconds at the moment. The seconds get added on, 6 of them become 68.28 for Laura. And Casper to go into 10th. So has Charlie Flynn done enough? 55.62 has not been challenged yet. 6 more left to go. 2 for France, 2 for Great Britain, 1 for Belgium, and 1 for the Netherlands. Some very talented ponies and riders left in the draw, but we'll see. The Irish star at the moment holding on at the top. This is the turn of Paul Barraud. Of course, the next up then for France. Here with Vahine de Kegrois. Paul is 14 years of age, riding this 16-year-old mare. Jumped well in Lyon to finish in the top 6 there this season in that Grand Prix. Jumping well at the moment, turning back. A nice stride, comes down to number 10. He's pushing on, but unfortunately he's added 3 just there, just Changed the rhythm a little bit, just asked for a little bit more of a forward stride. Ends up into 9th place with those seconds added in. So 63.26 on the clock, just behind Darcy Breen into 9th. I mean, the poles do cost you. They cost you seconds, and then with the way it is at the moment, they cost you positions as well, because everybody who's had a pole down is also sitting outside of those that haven't. Well, back to Great Britain for the next up. Lucy Kappa. Another that was, of course, in London on the run into Christmas. Lucy here with Oscar van Buckerheide, has again had a big role to play this year, including part of that team gold at Pony Europeans alongside Darcy and the rest of the team. Jumped in the qualifier in Stuttgart where they had a 4th place in the opening day and then ended up in the top 10. Gone for the inside turn and made it look quite easy, so Lucy's really going to try and push. Can't afford a fence though, 3 seconds to add. It'll be an expensive problem if she has to deal with it. Ooh, comes to a complete stop. Very unlike Oscar. Now he's had a chance to see what's there. He's absolutely fine. Now, because it's a table C, there's nothing added, no changes. It's just wasting time with your first stop. That does add 3. So 67.82 becomes 70.82. Bad luck, Lucy. She certainly went on the attack when she came in. You could see it from the way she dropped inside on the turn back early on. But sadly, that stop coming at fence 8 has cost her. And then having a fence down at the end, she got the inside turn. She rode it really, really well. That's the turn back when you land over 5 and you come back to 6. So 4 more. 4 more to challenge Charlie Flynn, and that leading round of 55.62. This is the turn of Belgium. And Robin Vermeer has played such a key role in, well, many a team over her career already. Team bronze this year. The Pony Europeans, team silver last year at the Children's Europeans. Pony Europeans before that, she was 4th individually. And of course got up to 6th individually this year. She's riding with Atomic Dumaret. Ooh, she nearly tipped as well, but she also got away with coming inside. And that was tight, and they got over it. This is a really... Oh, I was about to say really around that's pushing hard, but it hasn't quite worked. They had the 2nd place in Lyon in the Grand Prix there. And that's 3 more. Great effort. Robin, very similar to what we saw from Lucy, we've seen from others. I mean, but those two especially really have pushed on, trying to chase down Charlie Flynn, but unfortunately hasn't quite come to pass. So we just got 3 left. 3 to go. The Irish jockey leads the way at the moment, 55.62. So looking across to find the next, and this is Alfie Daper, Great Britain's 4th jockey with the beautiful young mare PJV Bella that he's produced, and looking to try and see what he can do in terms of trying to come into play perhaps a little bit here. had that top 10 finish in Herning. Elected to come on the slightly wider line. Putting together a really smart round of jumping here is Alfie Dapip, PJV Bella turning back into the final double. Ooh, that's gone unfortunately. Seconds added as 64.68 was the time as they crossed the line, but of course it could have been 61.68 had they not had the 3 seconds added in. So in the end goes into 11th place rather than going into 7th place. 2 left to go. 2 more in the draw, and Charlie Flynn knows he's in the top 3 on day 1 of 3 for the Pony Trophy final. It's going to be Minnie Vos now. 14-year-old Dutch jockey. Again, twice a part of teams now, including this year with Yasmin Solly at the Pony European Championships. 14-year-old mare. It's had a pretty solid pony season indoors. They had the win on the opening day in Lyon in the qualifier, then finished in 8th in the Grand Prix. They also went well in the qualifier in Stuttgart where they were 2nd, but then it didn't work again in the Grand Prix for them. I'm sure she'll go in. No, she's gone round. I thought she would have gone in, but does allow this pony just to keep moving across the ground. And the mare here, Yasmin Solly, very quick. She's 14. She's by West Star Sunny. Right, turning back. She's not quite as fast as Charlie Flynn, but could certainly put herself somewhere towards the top of the order as she goes over the line in 57.82. Minnie Vos has gone into 3rd with a lovely round of jumping there, just a fraction slower than Liselott Koremans, but certainly faster than Selma, who was 3rd, drops into 4th, the Danish rider. So 57.82. None of them, though, can get near Charlie Flynn's 55.62. And there's still one more left to go in the draw of this opening class, and that's going to be Victoria Champellienne riding Fanto de la Tête. Last up then for France. Fourth place in the Grand Prix in Lyon, 7th in Stuttgart, but also jumped well in the qualifiers. They've shown the consistency in the 2 rounds they've been to over both days of jumping. Well, that 3 seconds will put it out of reach. Charlie will know that, who's leading. It will still allow Victoria to somehow sort of shuffle the deck at some point in the order. I mean, it was a great time. 59.48 would have got them up into the top 5, but it is in the end into 9th because you had the 3 seconds on for the fence that went down. And Victoria Champellienne for France with Fanton de la Tape, as I say, 62.48 is the confirmed time which will see them go into 9th place. So in fact, what's that, 3 for France in the top 10. There's also 2 for the Netherlands in the top 3. In third, Minnie Vos. In second, Lieselot Koremans. But the class has gone to the young man from Ireland on the opening day of what is 3 days of jumping for the ponies to decide the FEI Ponies champion. And congratulations to Charlie Flynn and his ride HK Zena, the middle winner from the summer, has got himself off to an absolutely brilliant start here in Mechelen, the Cavalier FEI Jumping Ponies Trophy. So the next class comes up tomorrow and then through over the next few days. So 3 classes, and then come the end, it all balances out. So great start from Charlie Flynn. He's given himself a leg up to really now be able to push on. Lieselot Koremans, Minnie Vos, Selma Herborg-Dressler, Sophia Aurelia-Georges and Gabrielle Richard are your top 6. And of course, that is it for the ponies this morning. Live coverage wherever we can throughout the day from Mechelen. And tonight the 5-star gets underway. Looking forward to that because we've got the Sires of the World and the Masters here this evening as well. The FEI Ponies, well, they come back, if I recall, they're back, is it tomorrow? They are back tomorrow. We've also got Dressage World Cup tomorrow. There's so much going on here. We're going to have an absolutely brilliant time in Mechelen. We've only just started. Let's take that as the warm-up act, but it was a superb warm-up from Charlie Flynn. He flew, he wins, 55.62. Well done to the Ireland, who get things started on the right foot in the ponies. I'll let you enjoy the presentation of awards. Catch up later.
De prijsuitreiking, dames en heren, van deze eerste etappe van de mededelingenfinale voor Ponies de Cavalier FEI Jumping Pony Trophy Final. We hebben enkele hele goede rondes gezien. De allersnelste die mag nu een stapje naar voren. HK Zena, hij komt uit zijn grondlinie uit Ierland. Graag uw applaus voor de Ierse ruiter, de winnaar van Ireland, Charlie Flynn. Richting wie weet wel eindelijks in deze FEI Jumping Ponies Trophy Final. Meneer Ginter van Hens, in naam van het organiserend comité Jumping Mechelen als voorzitter met de Naturaprijzen en de felicitaties aan het adres natuurlijk van Charlie Flynn, winner of this first round of the Cavalier FEI Jumping Ponies Trophy Final. We gaan verder en daar op de tweede plaats begroeten we een Nederlandse Amazone met haar 21 jaar jonge Elando van der Rooshoeve. Graag uw applaus voor Lieselot Koremans. En we blijven bij Nederland van daarop plek 3 met Jasmine Zolly voor Nederland Minnie Vos. Denemarken op de 4e plek met Lady Vrouw Selma Herborg-Dressler Denmark. Voor Monaco op reis met Benio Stenno Sophia Aurelia-Georges. En de 6e plaats die gaat naar Frankrijk. Dandy Royal Courant Gabriel Richard. hebben in aanval Jumping Mechelen over een mooi aandenken. Het handen van het talent aangeboden aan mevrouw Audi de Bok als maagding van Trollijke aan Cavalor al sinds jaar en dag partner van Jumping Mechelen, maar natuurlijk ook aan de Cavalor FEI Jumping Pony Trophy Final